The purpose of this so-called controlled spontaneity is to shape and direct public responses following terrorist attacks towards empathy and unity rather than towards violence or anger. An example of these operations in the UK was following the murder of the British aid worker Alan Henning by Islamic State militants in 2014. An image of a woman wearing a Union Jack hijab was circulated in the British press as part of a media campaign. It later emerged that the image was developed by a private contractor, Breakthrough Media, on behalf of a controversial propaganda unit, the Research, Information and Communications Unit, which is part of the UK Home Office's Counter-Terrorism Division. A leaked internal Breakthrough document says the objective was, quote, to establish a platform for British Muslim women to set out an alternative interpretation of Islam and to take a lead in countering extremism in their communities. Another example followed the terrorist attacks on London Bridge in June 2017, in which 8 people were killed. The day after the attacks, a team of men were allowed to pass through the police cordon and plaster walls with positive images of London and hashtags that were already in circulation on social media. The next day, a British government official rang the local council and said, "We're sending you 100 imams." And sure enough, a few days later, 100 imams from across the UK arrived at London Bridge, walked across the bridge, and then read out a statement condemning the attack. And the following weekend, a group of Muslims arrived at the bridge and handed out thousands of red roses, which they said was a gesture of love and solidarity. What was not mentioned was that the organiser worked for the UK's Home Office. Some key figures involved in these operations are starting to have misgivings about the way in which emergency planning is being combined with propaganda techniques in order to influence the reaction of the public following a terrorist attack. They're worried that the social media campaigns distract the public and do little to encourage them to engage in debate about the causes of the hatred that underpin terrorism.